The short answer, because it's fucking stupid. It's really dumb, but I'll give you the long answer. If you notice, I quit all social media, and I want to explain why in this video, because I actually quit a lot more than social media, but I think if you understand what I'm saying in this video, it's going to help you be 10 times more successful and cut out all the bullshit that I had to cut out, and really discovered that I had all this bullshit after almost like a decade of doing this crap, which is embarrassing. And so I wanted to share this insight with you because I think it's the key to making a lot more money and building a business and getting away from all this toxic shit out there. But I also quit almost everything else. I quit making most of the products I'm making. I turned Becker over. I put a new CEO in, Matt, who was the COO originally. I put him up as CEO, so I'm now just an investor in that company. Right now, I think entrepreneurs, for the most part, especially beginners, are just fucked. Their heads are completely ruined by a bunch of people who talk a lot on the internet and go for hype. And I'm not gonna lie, I make a lot of hypey videos, but I'm kind of sick of that shit, and it doesn't help me do what I need to do. If you look at my business, I have one funnel that will generate well over $1 million gross, not net, gross, and you gotta subtract ad costs and everything like that. I have a company that can go all the way to, like, let's say $500 million. So, knowing these two things, and this funnel right here, for example, funds this company so I can be reckless, hire engineers, and do all sorts of weird stuff, okay? So, this alone right here is a system that could take me to $500 million, okay? And if you really think about it, almost every billionaire, every person's worth $100+ million, they don't have 5 companies. They don't have 2, they don't have 3, they usually just have 1. So what I did, looking at this, I'm like, all right, cool, so I'm gonna launch a supplement company, Becker, and I'm gonna run this YouTube channel where I try to, like, teach and stuff and grow a big following online, and I'm gonna have an Instagram at the same time, and then I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 different products and education programs. So I have all these things, and what happens when you have 5 different things? Let's imagine I had like 7 different things. If you have 7 things, and this is all the focus, you have 100 points of focus that you can put in every single day. And these 2 things right here are making you all your money and building everything you're doing. And then you focus and split all your time between, let's say, Becker, YouTube, Instagram, and then product A and product B that doesn't relate to the business very much. What's going to happen is you're going to make very minor progress in the thing that gets you all your results, and you're going to be investing all your time in stuff that doesn't get you your results. Don't get me wrong, YouTube's a fuck ton of barrel of monkeys fun, but it doesn't really make me much money, and it doesn't really move the needle forward. Those followers who are attracted to hypey type videos and crazy content and stuff like that, or even like crazy, like, how to get rich fast content or stuff like that, they're not really the best people for this. And my best customer, the one that makes us the most money, are people with email lists of 10K plus people. And the best way to reach those people isn't really YouTube. I had to at one point say, why am I doing this shit? What is the point of this? Why am I doing this? I'm like, okay, well, if you get famous like Gary Vee, then you can grow a big company. You know, that's what's going to work. And that's what so many entrepreneurs are doing. And that's fucking stupid. And I respect Gary Vee. I respect Tai Lopez. But these guys have completely fucked entrepreneurs' brains, not intentionally. The reason why I say unintentionally is because Gary Vee and Tai Lopez are perfectly optimized in the position they are at in their companies. They are in the best position where they can get the best results. And their companies are very well ran. They know exactly how to get the right customer in the door for their companies. Look at Tai Lopez and MentorBox. Look at Gary Vee and VaynerMedia. The reason they have fucked people's minds is not because they are out there intentionally fucking people's minds. It's because people have the intention to do monkey see, monkey do. And so that's exactly why you see so many young entrepreneurs out there now filming themselves with their iPhones and posting on Instagram and trying to be famous when they are not optimized to be Gary Vee. Their brains are completely different. I will get into that. They're not optimized to be Tai Lopez. For example, you have a lot of kids who are introverts that are trying to now be extroverts. If you have all the traits of Gary Vee, if you have the same exact type of mind, you should probably be operating in a similar way. But there's like a 5% chance you do. So there's a 95% chance you should probably go and be operating in a different way in your business. What I'm saying here is equivalent to trying to be Tom Brady when you're designed to write code. You have to figure out what you are and what you are good at, and you need to stop trying to be Tom Brady if you are optimized to be Bill Gates. Next thing you need to understand is that fame does not equal results. All right, and so what you're seeing with so many entrepreneurs, and in the age of Tai Lopez and Gary Vee and Grant Cardone to a certain extent, people are confusing fame with good business and results. for customers. There are celebrity entrepreneurs who made brands before that are amazing. All right, Damon John from Shark Tank, for example, amazing. Amazing, he made FUBU and all those clothing brands. Kevin O'Leary, same exact thing. He made a great company, blew it up, and now he just is a celebrity entrepreneur. But can you name anything, and I can't right now, any entrepreneur that's actively out there pursuing fame and trying to grow their YouTube and Instagram that has a revolutionary product that gets better results than anything else in the industry? No, because if you're out there trying to grow your YouTube to 1 million subscribers, guess what you're not doing? Focusing on getting customers results. And you know what gets people to pay you a lot of money? Being able to get them results. And if you're operating at 50%, like, do you see Jeff Bezos posting on YouTube? No, because he's focused on customer results. That's it. And if you're even 50% split or 25% split, what's going to happen is you're going to run into a person that's 100% focused on customer results, and they're just going to fuck you. And I'm not going to get to that $1 billion mark or create anything revolutionary if I'm doing this. I dress like a hobo. If you hang out with me, you're going to be extremely underwhelmed. Like, people come to my mastermind and expect some cool dude. No. Awkward introvert. If they're focused their entire time, if their whole focus on this, and trust me, getting to 1 million subscribers and growing a huge Instagram, that takes a lot of focus to do. If they're optimized for fame, they're not optimized to get results. They're not optimized to be the best at anything. They're optimized to be popular. And you know what people who focus on being popular are? They're popular. So I had to step back and go, this has nothing to do with Market Hero. This has nothing to do with building the company and what I want to build. So I just got rid of it. And when you look back at these 7 things I talked about right here, all this shit just has to go. Just done, all gone. I'm just focused on this right here. And really, this bubble right here is just my own little VC firm / customer resource where I can generate customers and funding money at the same time to build crazy cool shit. So then the most important thing you gotta realize is you are not other people. And for the longest time, I thought people all kind of think and do stuff the same way, and everybody can kind of grow and achieve the same type of results doing it all the same way. That doesn't make any sense. But when you see entrepreneurs out there, you know, the super extroverted ones, the ones going and doing sales calls and like going and speaking on stage and dancing and all that stuff like that, that's great if you have an extroverted mind. For example, Gary Vee has a probably extremely extroverted mind. Super different. Tai Lopez, extremely extroverted mind. Now, if you look at my head, or you look at anything the way I think, I'm INTP. All right, that's the Myers-Briggs test. There's also other tests you can take out or whatever. But basically, another test I've taken, which is a team profile test, basically sums me up like this. I don't like people. I'm an introvert, and I'm very good at theorizing and creating. People speaking at events are idiots. Every single day, like 500,000 people see our ads. Like, it's nuts. Like, speaking at events is so stupid because there's usually like 1,000 to 2,000 people in a room max. Unless you're Russell Brunson, you go speak at Grant Cardone's event, then you can make $3 million an hour, but that's a whole different game. So Larry Ellison has a lifestyle that's 5 billion times crazier than any YouTuber, and the guy has like 1 interview on YouTube. It's worth like 38 or 48 billion dollars. I forgot which it is, but it's a lot of money that he's worth. There's like 1 interview, and that's it. And there's like 1 half book on him. The guy doesn't write books. You know why? Because Oracle gets results, and all he focused on was Oracle. So it's a massive distraction to be focusing on anything except results. It's just goofy. What you need to realize is if you're looking at all these things other people are doing, these are just the loudest people. These aren't the best people. They don't have the best products. They don't have the best anything because they're focused on this shit. They're focused on that crap. And so everything else they have is like, I'm just saying you're not going to see any celebrity entrepreneur who's focusing on follows and speaking and stuff like that create an Uber. You're just not. You're just literally not going to fucking see it because that stuff takes your entire heart and soul. And then finally, the final reason I quit is because being famous fucking sucks. Okay? What happens when you're famous? What happens? All right, first off, especially online, people are just constantly digging into your shit. Or they're making videos about you, or they're making all sorts of unfactually based claims, or they're talking about whether you do this or that. It's fucking annoying. So, like, I don't do this, but if you've seen, like, when PewDiePie messed up big on his live stream, if he was just a nobody knew who he was, no one would care. But because he's a somebody, everybody cares. It's a waste of time. It's so dumb. And so if you're out there thinking about how can I get famous and feel popular, you really need to ask yourself, why the fuck do you want to be famous and popular? It's nothing to do with making money. It has nothing to do with getting your customer results. And once you have a little bit of it, which I've gotten, it's fucking annoying. It's so dumb. And then people use your name to get views on their channels and stuff like that. You know what'd be really great? If you just had a lot of fucking money and no one knew who you were. So you could just run down the street butt-ass naked and no one would care. And if you get really famous, like if you get crazy level famous, you gotta have security guards. Alright, and I'm not to this level yet, thank God, but if you're like Ty Lopez, you gotta have fucking security guards. I don't want some motherfucker following me around. What a crippling kryptonite to have your personal life affect the sales of your company. It's goofy. It's goofy. It's stupid. So, that's why I quit YouTube. That's it.